Hello and welcome back to the Nasty Metal Productions channel here at YouTube, and welcome to another album of the week. And it's of course is episode number 11, and for of course episode 11, it's of course is on Christmas Eve. So definitely a special Christmas Eve one. So for this week, of course, which of course after this will be Christmas, and I hope everyone is having a good Christmas Eve, and hope everyone will be having a good Christmas. For this week, I'll be spotlighting, well, surprisingly, Don Dokken's Up From the Ashes. Now, of course, normally a lot of the stuff that I recommend here is usually heavy stuff. Sometimes even stuff within the heavy 70s at times, like last one of the ones I did was either AC/DC or Gillan. But not everything that I listen to is heavy or that kind of stuff. I like some melodic stuff as well, and Dokken is definitely one of my favorite of those kind of bands. And recently I've been really on this album kick right here, actually. Not listening to every everything Dokken ever released, but this sound really has been kind of hitting the spot for me recently, which of course was his debut solo album, as you can say, even though technically Breaking the Chains was originally released under the Don Dokken name before getting changed. Yeah, if you think that I'm wrong there, go search that up. Anyways, what's kind of interesting about this is that even though it sounds like a Dokken album, it sounds very much, pretty much like a follow-up to the Back From the Attack album. But what's different here is, of course, the lineup. So for a solo album, this is more like again, it's an all-star lineup, because you got Peter Baltz of Accept, bass player, of course, Billy White from progressive metal band or progressive thrash band Watchtower. Of course, you got John Norum from Europe, which is just anything better than, of course, the Final Countdown album. Probably almost at times on par, though a little more melodic, but almost on par with the debut Europe album, to me, at least in my opinion. And of course, you got drummer Mickey D, who of course was from, King Diamond, of course. And of course, Motorhead. So you quite got a lot of really good musicians here, and a lot of known from great bands like Accept, King Diamond / Motorhead, Watchtower, and of course Europe. So it's just an all-star lineup, and it's actually a really good album. Yeah, it's melodic, but it's great writing. It's very great writing. Production is actually suited for it. It's got a real, sure, it's slick, but it still has, at least to some extent, I think, to me, almost a bit of a bite. Especially if you listen to like the song The Hunger, or even Give It Up, or Crash and Burn at times. But it's just a really killer melodic hard rock / metal album. Just really good stuff. I don't want to really spend too much time talking about it, other than it's just a really good album, and I really can't say anything bad about it. I think in terms of even Dokken itself, sure, some of the stuff from the 2000s or so, at least maybe starting like 2010, maybe Dokken kind of got back to releasing some good stuff at least. But the thing is, in terms of really classic, really great stuff that really kind of grabbed you, I think the Don Dokken album here, Up From the Ashes, was the last really good Dokken album in a way. Even though George Lynch isn't on it, or Jeff Pilson, or Mick Brown, but it's still really good, and it still has that great feeling of those classic Dokken albums. And it's a really good, in a way, I think much more of a great follow-up to the Back from the Attack album, which was pretty good. Which is a really good album. And the thing is, I really love all four of those Dokken albums anyway. So, like, again, they're one of my favorites of that sort of MTV commercial era. But it's just great stuff. I like that. So, very, very interesting spotlight for this week. But, again, not everything that I listen to is heavy stuff or hard stuff. I do like a lot of melodic stuff as well. I got at least a good range in tastes, so it's not usually the same shit. So, hope you enjoy this pick. Hope you like it. Anyways, until then, this is Heavy Thrasher Sam out, and I hope you all have a great Christmas Eve and great Christmas. So, everyone take care. Merry Christmas.